They loved him when he was rising. They admired him when he was scoring. But the moment he started winning everything, something changed. The cheers turned into criticism. The respect turned into hate. And suddenly, the same player who inspired millions became the most controversial name in football. This is not just the story of Cristiano Ronaldo. This is the story of what happens when greatness becomes too hard for the world to accept. Before the trophies, before the fame, before the world knew his name, there was just a boy from a small island, Madeira, a place far away from the bright lights of football, a place where dreams felt distant and life was not easy. Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't born into luxury. He was born into struggle, a small house, a family trying to survive. His father worked as a kit man, his mother worked as a cook. They did everything they could to give their children a better life. But even then, things were hard. There were moments when food was limited, moments when comfort didn't exist, moments that most people would never understand. And in the middle of all that, there was a boy with one obsession: football, not for fame, not for money, but as an escape. Because when he had the ball, nothing else mattered. Not the struggle, not the poverty, not the uncertainty, just the game. At a young age, one thing became clear. He wasn't normal. His speed, his hunger, his determination, it was different. While other kids played for fun, he played to win. Every game mattered. Every touch mattered. Every moment mattered. Because for him, football wasn't a hobby. It was a way out. And when opportunity came, he took it. At just 12 years old, he left his home, left his family, left everything he knew to chase a dream in Lisbon. Think about that. A child, leaving everything behind to pursue something uncertain. No guarantees, no safety net, just belief. But belief alone wasn't enough. Because when he arrived, life became even harder. He was alone, new environment, new people, no family, no comfort. There were nights he cried. Nights he questioned everything. Was it worth it? Did I make the right decision? But every time doubt appeared, something stronger pushed him forward: his hunger, because he didn't come this far to go back. At Sporting Lisbon, he worked harder than anyone, trained longer, pushed himself further. Not because he had to, but because he wanted to. Because he knew if he didn't succeed, there was nothing to fall back on. And slowly, his hard work started paying off. Coaches noticed his dedication. Players noticed his intensity. He wasn't just talented, he was obsessed. And that obsession was the difference. Then came the moment that changed everything. Manchester United. One game, one performance, one opportunity. And he took it. Sir Alex Ferguson saw something in him. Something beyond skill, something special. And just like that, his life changed. From a young boy in Madeira to one of the biggest clubs in the world. But success was not instant. At first, he struggled. Decision-making, immaturity, inconsistency. Critics spoke. He's flashy but not effective. He's talented but not disciplined. He'll never be world-class. Different words, same doubt. But Ronaldo didn't listen because he had heard it all before. And just like always, he responded the only way he knew how. Work, more training, more focus, more discipline. While others rested, he trained. While others celebrated, he improved. Because talent was never enough for him. He wanted more. And slowly, everything changed. Goals increased. Performances improved. Confidence grew. And suddenly, he wasn't just promising, he was unstoppable. Titles came, trophies followed. And then he became the best player in the world. But here's where things changed. Because being the best comes with a price. When you rise, people support you. But when you stay at the top, people start questioning you. Comparisons began. Debates started. Messi versus Ronaldo. Talent versus hard work. Natural versus created. And suddenly, it wasn't just about football anymore. It was about identity. And Ronaldo became the most talked about name in the sport. Loved by millions. Hated by many, but always in the spotlight. Then came Real Madrid. The biggest stage, the highest pressure, and once again, he delivered. Goals after goals. Record after record. Champions League titles. He didn't just succeed, he dominated. But with dominance came something else. Hate. Because greatness makes people uncomfortable, because not everyone wants to see someone succeed over and over again. And slowly, the narrative changed from admiration to criticism, from respect to doubt. He's selfish. He's arrogant. He only cares about himself. But what people didn't understand was the mindset behind it. Because to be at that level, you have to believe in yourself. Even when no one else does, you have to push yourself. Even when you're already the best. And that's what Ronaldo did. Every single day. But even legends face challenges. Age started catching up. Injuries appeared. The game evolved. And suddenly, the same player was being questioned again. Is he finished? Can he still compete? Is this the end? The same cycle. Rise, doubt, prove, repeat. But this time, it felt different. Because time is the one opponent no one can defeat. And yet, Ronaldo tried. He adapted. He evolved. He changed his game. Because giving up was never an option. From Manchester United to Juventus to returning again. His journey continued. Not always perfect. Not always smooth, but always relentless. And maybe that's the real story. Not the goals, not the trophies, not the records, but the mindset, the discipline, the obsession. Because what people call arrogance is often just belief. What people call selfishness is often just focus. And what people call hate is often just misunderstanding. Cristiano Ronaldo was never just a footballer. He was a mentality, a standard, a reminder of what's possible when you refuse to settle. And maybe that's why he was loved and hated at the same time. Because not everyone understands greatness, and not everyone accepts it. But whether you love him or hate him, one thing is undeniable. He changed the game. He redefined what it means to be the best. And his story is not just about football. It's about pushing beyond limits. It's about sacrificing everything. It's about proving that where you start does not define where you finish. From a small island to the biggest stages in the world. From struggle to global icon. From doubt to dominance. Cristiano Ronaldo is not just a player. He is proof that greatness is built. Not given, and maybe that's the truth, and the people don't like to hear.